Purim is an unusual festival because if you think about it, the name of God does not appear once in the actual book of Esther, the text in the Torah, in the Tanakh, in the Bible, that describes the events that we celebrate Purim over. On the face of it, Purim is a very secular kind of a story. You have a drunken king who loses his temper with his wife, who gets rid of her, then spends his time drinking. Most of the time he doesn't seem to be sober. His advisors tell him he has to find another wife, and so he arranges a beauty competition in which all the beautiful girls of the Persian Empire, and we're talking now about the Persian Empire approximately 2,500 years ago, they're all going to be brought to the capital, Shushan, Susa. And there, each girl is going to spend a night with the king. And if he likes her, he'll call her back. If he doesn't like her, that's the end. She's then going to be a concubine, locked away in the house of the concubines for the rest of her life. It's, in one sense, like winning the lottery, but the chances are remote, and the punishment is not very attractive. Into this comes the Jewish community, and the Jewish community is represented by Mordechai. They are perfectly at ease and happy in their relationship with the Persians, and for whatever reason, Mordechai decides that his niece, adopted niece, is going to go in for this competition. That in itself is so difficult to understand. Why would a nice Jewish father want his daughter to go into a beauty competition anyway, and a competition in which you spend a night with a king, and he won't guarantee to marry you, and if you fail, you'll be consigned to living in the house of the concubines for the rest of your life? What normal Jewish parent would do that? The situation then slightly changes. Haman comes to power, and he hates the Jews. Officially, he hates the Jews because Mordechai, who is also in the government, doesn't want to bow down to him, because naturally Mordechai only bows down to the one God. But it must be more than that. He must have nursed a hatred for anybody who's different, anybody who belongs to a tribe other than his, but specifically the Jews he wants to destroy. And it's in this situation that Esther, the beautiful Esther, because she has managed to win the heart of the king and has been crowned queen, is able to save the Jews. The result is that Haman and his 10 sons are killed. The Jews are able to defend themselves. Surprisingly small number of Persians who are given the option of attacking the Jews if they want to. That is the story of conquest, of destruction, of love. How has this got anything to do with God? The official explanation given is that God is hidden, nistar. Esther, her name, whatever it might mean otherwise, Hadassah, but Esther is hidden, nistar. God is there all the time, even when what goes on around us appears to be just politics, warfare, battles. But really, God is there, if only we could possibly see it, and most of the time, we can't. That's why there is a very famous midrash which says that in the future, when the Mashiach comes, all festivals will be discounted. We won't need them anymore. We'll only need Purim. And that doesn't make sense. Not only, there's another midrash which says Purim, Yom Kippurim, really merge. The Day of Atonement is a day like Purim, which also doesn't make sense. But if you think about it, what they're saying is that at this moment, most of us do not see God anywhere. When the Mashiach comes, we'll be on a higher level where we will see God everywhere. If we see God everywhere, then there's no need for the things that remind us of God. Purim, which celebrates our deliverance from hatred, is also marked by two very important principles. The principle of presence to our friends, reinforcing friendship, matanot ish l're'ehu, and simply also giving to the poor, charity for those who don't have. In other words, our celebration is not one of a drunken Haman or of a drunken Achashverosh who are sozzled in wine. Our way of celebrating is by helping people, by caring about people. We have to celebrate. We celebrate by enjoying ourselves. There is, in certain circles, an impression that you have to get drunk on Purim. That's only one point of view and highly controversial, and one that personally I don't identify with at all. The greatest joy in life is not rolling over drunk in the street. It is by being with your family, being with friends, being kind to people, being supportive, by seeing God in every action that we take. That is the miracle of Purim, and that's what makes it so special for us. When other people celebrate, whether it was the golden calf, whether it's a carnival, they celebrate by letting loose, having no control. And that is precisely what Torah opposes. We have to live a life of joy, but it's controlled joy. It's not drunken looseness. I hope you all have a very happy Purim.